need you to come show me how to handle issues I'm still on my own with. Guess I'm a virus. Don't you tell me how to fight this.
The glass walls gleamed under the morning sun, and YN adjusted her blazer nervously. The company she'd admired for years, John Corporation, was finally offering her an interview. She clutched her resume and stepped into the elevator, unaware of the surprise that awaited her.
Miss Min, please proceed to the CEO's office. Mr. John prefers to conduct final interviews himself.
The CEO? Oh, okay, thank you.
She walked through the luxurious corridor, heels clicking on the marble floor. When the door swung open, her breath caught.
You?
Jungkook sat behind the large oak desk, dark eyes calm, an amused smirk playing on his. He wore a black suit, but the boyish softness was gone. This was a man who knew power and how to wield it.
Nice to see you again, YN. Please sit.
Jungkook? You're the CEO?
I suppose I should have expected that. You didn't look at me much back then.
That was college. You've changed.
People do, especially after being rejected so bluntly in the student lounge.
YN flushed. She remembered the day. A shy, sweet Jungkook had confessed to her, his hands trembling as he offered her coffee and a chance to get to know him better. She declined. Not, but definitely without warmth.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
You didn't. Just gave me clarity. But enough nostalgia. You're here for the position.
Yes, marketing strategist.
Well then, welcome aboard.
The sun was beginning to sink beyond the red brick towers of golden light filtered through the trees, scattering patches of warmth across the cracked stone benches and the winding pathways of the courtyard. Students bustled around, some heading to late classes, others lounging lazily on the grass. Jungkook sat on a bench near the fountain, nervously checking his phone. His palms were clammy despite the mild breeze. He smoothed down the front of his button-up shirt, too formal maybe, but he wanted to look good. He clutched a coffee cup in one hand and a small paper bag in the other.
It's just YN. You've known her for 2 semesters. She smiles at you. She laughs at your jokes. Maybe she feels something too.
When she finally appeared, Jungkook's breath caught. Min YN, radiant as ever, her long hair tied up in a messy ponytail, books to her, and her usual confident stride in full swing. She spotted him and smiled faintly, an automatic kind of smile. Not hopeful, just polite.
Hey Jungkook, you texted?
Yeah, hey, I got you a coffee. You always get the hazelnut latte, right?
You remembered?
I remember a lot of things about you.
A pause. Jungkook handed her the coffee and the paper bag.
And a muffin, the blueberry one. You always pick out the crusty ones from the bottom of the tray.
Wow, you've been watching me?
No, I mean, not in that way. I just notice things.
Okay, thanks.
She sipped the coffee, giving a polite nod. Jungkook swallowed hard and glanced around before blurting.
Would you wanna maybe grab dinner sometime? Like, just the 2 of us?
YN froze. Her smile faltered.
Dinner?
Yeah, like a date.
Oh, Jungkook, you're sweet. You really are, but I don't think of you that way.
Silence. Jungkook's heart dropped.
You don't?
No, I mean, it's not that you're not nice, you're just not really my type, you know?
The second it left her.
I didn't mean that in a way.
No, it's okay. I get it.
You'll find someone who really appreciates all this. The coffee, the thoughtfulness. You deserve someone who's head over heels for you.
Yeah, I guess I will.
She gave a weak smile and started to walk away.
See you in class?
Yeah, sure.
He watched her disappear into the crowd, the muffin still in her hand. When she was gone, he sat back down, the late sun. The coffee cup in his hand felt colder now. The world was still moving around him. Laughter, chatter, the rustle of leaves, but Jungkook felt like everything had gone strangely still inside. That night, he didn't go back to his dorm. He stayed out in the library's basement study room and opened up his laptop. He didn't cry. He didn't. He started drafting a business plan.
That was the moment. The exact second I stopped chasing people and started building the world I wanted.
I was.
You were honest, and I thank you for that. Because now,
He leaned forward, brushing a knuckle against her cheek.
now, you're in my world. And this time, it's me deciding what happens next.
3 weeks into the job, YN was trying to keep her balance. Jungkook was professional, almost too professional. Cold, composed, always watching her with a calculating look. He never made her feel comfortable, but he never crossed a line either.
Girl, what did you do to Mr. John? He actually smiled at you today.
Long story. Let's just say we knew each other in college.
Oh, you two dated?
I rejected him.
So now he's your boss? That's karma with a designer suit.
YN stepped in and found herself alone with Jungkook. The silence was thick.
Still remember the smell of coffee you rejected me over?
Are you ever going to let that go?
Should I? You once said I wasn't your type.
That was a thing to say. I didn't even know you.
You didn't want to know me.
She wasn't proud of who she'd been in college, caught up in appearances, looking for someone cool and popular. It was late. The office was nearly empty. YN was still at her desk when Jungkook stepped out of his glass-walled corner.
Why are you still here?
Fixing the report. You didn't like it. Because of the past?
No, because I still care too much.
The silence between them shifted, less ice, more.
Jungkook?
Do you remember what you said to me that day? You said I didn't fit your world.
Yes. That I said that.
You were right, in a way. But I built my own world, and now you're standing in it.
Do I fit in it now?
You tell me.
Jealousy reared its head when a charming client, Taemin, with YN during a pitch. Jungkook's jaw tightened throughout the meeting.
Maybe we can discuss more over dinner, YN?
YN won't be available. She works directly under me. And I don't like sharing my team.
Back in his office, YN stormed in.
You. Me.
He was you.
So what? You're my boss, not my
Not your what?
boyfriend.
Would that really be so hard?
YN's breath hitched. The air was heavy. Charged.
I don't want revenge, YN. I just wanted you to see me. Truly see me.
I do now. And I'm sorry it took me so long.
Then maybe we can try again. On different terms?
2 months later, the office buzzed with rumors, but no one dared ask Jungkook why he looked so happy these days. He and YN had kept it professional, but their glances, soft and shared smiles told another story.
So is it true the boss is yours now?
Let's just say, I see him very clearly now.
That night, as they stood by the window of his penthouse, the city glittering below, Jungkook pulled her close.
Still think I'm not your type?
You're my only type now.
The city outside Jungkook's office sparkled in the twilight. The floor-to-ceiling windows framed the view like a painting, skyscrapers glowing gold, streets humming with life. Inside, the office was quiet, save for the ticking of the minimalist black clock on the wall. YN stood near the glass, arms folded as if holding herself together.
I think about that day sometimes.
I try not to.
I was so caught up in things that didn't matter. I thought love had to come in a certain package.
And I wasn't that package.
No, you were better. I just didn't see it back then.
She stopped in front of his desk, her fingers grazing the edge. There was in her eyes he hadn't seen before, not in college, not in the weeks she'd worked here.
But I see it now.
He leaned back in his chair, his suit slightly creased after a long day, his expression unreadable. But his eyes softened.
You're only saying that 'cause I'm your boss now.
You think I care about that?
You cared about status before.
I cared about things before. I care about you now.
He stood slowly, walking around the desk. YN's breath hitched as he closed the space between them. Her heart thudded. He stopped inches from her, looking down into her eyes with that calm gaze.
You think you can just say all this and expect me not to want you?
Do you?
His hand rose, brushing a strand of hair behind her ear. His fingers on her jawline.
I never stopped.
YN's. His face was close now, too close to pretend anymore. She could feel the warmth of him, smell the faint hint of cedar and spice on his suit.
Then, me.
He didn't hesitate. He leaned in, slowly, deliberately, until, soft at first, almost uncertain. But then the deepened, anchoring years of longing and regret into a single breathless moment. When they finally pulled apart, foreheads resting together, Jungkook spoke in a voice. Then before.
You have no idea how many nights I wished this moment could rewrite the past.
It doesn't have to rewrite anything. Just let it be the beginning of something new.
He smiled, genuine this time, and his hand into hers.
Then let's begin.